Hello everybody, this is Furito Bobbin here and welcome to this special NASCAR Skittles Cup Series season race. This is the Michael Waltrip 500 at the Daytona International Speedway. Oh yes, we are getting into the Michael Waltrip memes because today is Michael Waltrip's day and I'm making this video because of a certain other guy that might tag it at the end of this video. But all the entire Michael Waltrip army has come out to Daytona, and there are so many of them, but they all want to be the greatest driver in the history of NASCAR. But of course, the big question is which one of these drivers is the greatest driver in the history of NASCAR? We're gonna find out today at this race at Daytona. So with that being said, let's give you your starting grid. Starting on the pole for this race is Michael Waltrip. Alongside him in second is Michael Waltrip. Third is Michael Waltrip. Fourth is Michael Waltrip. Fifth is Michael Waltrip. Sixth is Michael Waltrip. Seventh is Michael Waltrip. Eighth is Michael Waltrip. Ninth is Michael Waltrip. 10th is Michael Waltrip. 11th is Michael Waltrip. 12th is Michael Waltrip. 13th is Michael Waltrip. 14th is Michael Waltrip. 15th is Michael Waltrip. 16th is Michael Waltrip. 17th is Michael Waltrip. 18th is Michael Waltrip. 19th is Michael Waltrip. 20th is Michael Waltrip. 21st is Michael Waltrip. 22nd is Michael Waltrip. 23rd is Michael Waltrip. 24th is Michael Waltrip. 25th is Michael Waltrip. 26th is Michael Waltrip. 27th is Michael Waltrip. 28th is Michael Waltrip. 29th is Michael Waltrip. 30th is Michael Waltrip. 31st is Michael Waltrip. 32nd is Michael Waltrip. 33rd is Michael Waltrip. 34th is Michael Waltrip. 35th is Michael Waltrip. 36th is Michael Waltrip. 37th is Michael Waltrip. 38th is Michael Waltrip. 39th is Michael Waltrip. 40th is Michael Waltrip. 41st is Clip Boyer, and alongside him in second is Michael Waltrip. That's right, Clip Boyer wants to be a part of this race because Clip Boyer once said himself that Michael Waltrip is the worst driver in NASCAR, period. So Clip Boyer wants to be a part of this race and he wants to see if he can beat all the Michael Waltrips to win this race thing. Oh dear, looks like the Michael Waltrip's up to a bit of a slow start. I'm not sure, well maybe that's just a Daytona thing, you know, maybe it's just one of those things where they're a bit slow to get off of pit road, but they're going to be picking up speed eventually. Okay, so I had to restart the game due to a little screw up. Yeah, unfortunately I forgot to do a little something, but we're all good now. That's why the weather looks slightly different. That's why now there's a bunch of clouds overhead instead of the sunny day that we had at the start of this video. But not the end of the world. And best of all, the Michael Waltrip is once again being weird, but luckily I don't need to redo the starting grid because the starting grid is in this race is exactly the same as the previous attempt. So luckily I don't need to, you know, use my breath all over again to give you the starting grid because, you know, whenever I give you these starting grids, it takes a lot of breath, especially when there's 42 cars on the track. Oh well, not the end of the world. But look at this. There are so many Michael Waltrips. Man, never in my broadcasting career did I think I was ever going to do a race like this. I mean, I got the idea of it off of something on Twitter, but it's so weird seeing 41 cars that are all identical, basically identical, apart from, yeah, I say 41 because the second car is not the same as these, but oh well. This should be a fairly interesting race because all these Michael Waltrips, I believe, are on the exact same skill level. So literally any one of these Michael Waltrips could win this race, or who knows? Maybe Clip Boyer will make his way through the entire field and surprise us with a victory by the end of this race. For the most part, I have absolutely no idea what's going to happen in this race, but only time will tell. Although what I do think might happen in this race is that since all of these guys, all of these Michael Waltrips, since they have the exact same skill level, there's going to be a continuous passing for the lead, and you know how the conveyor belt thing works here at these plate tracks here in 2003. We're probably going to be seeing that a lot in this race. Anyways, with that being said, pace car is off. And we are on the way for the Michael Waltrip 500 at Daytona. Look at this field of cars. This is quite impressive how all of these cars look identical, and they are identical in every single way. sheep in form. But it's the Michael Waltrip army, of course. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip currently has the commanding lead, and he's got Michael Waltrip behind him, of course. We might see drafting. Well, we will see drafting because it's Daytona. But Michael Waltrip still with the commanding lead, though. They are starting to go 3 wide, though, so this is turning into, you know, your classic Daytona race. Ooh, we might start to see some passing, though. No, Michael Waltrip with the commanding lead at the very moment. I can see though these guys are, these Michael Waltrips are, well, trying to go very fast. Like this, like they're 200 miles per hour, 201. Wow. We were expecting these guys beat here at Daytona. Also, Michael Waltrip's gonna get shoved to the outside by Michael Waltrip. But Michael Waltrip still with the commanding lead. Let's take a look at the back here. Oh, Clint Bowyer is still last place. Might have to see how long it takes him to make one pass, cause Bowyer. Oh, Michael Waltrip gonna get shoved to the outside lane by Michael Waltrip almost, but Michael Waltrip now the leader in this race. So first lead change on lap number 3. Oh, but looks like he might have Michael Waltrip on his inside. Yep! Another lead change already. Michael Waltrip now takes the lead. I really hope this game doesn't crash. I would hate for this game to crash, because I'm recording this video on the day before it needs to go up on YouTube, and I've been a bit lazy, so I need to get this video rendered and stuff as quickly as possible. Just so I don't miss the day that I'm supposed to be uploading this video. Yeah. And Michael Waltrip, wow, that was quite the power boost. He just pulled away from those guys. That from the other Michael Waltrips. That was quite interesting. I never really expected to see that. Ooh, well, Michael Waltrip trying to get up to Michael Waltrip for the lead. Ooh, he's gonna go underneath him for the pass. Ooh, almost beats him to the start-finish line, but will take the lead this time by. Look at this field of cars, though. Just a tad. Shame that Bowyer hasn't been able to make up a single spot. I'm questioning if he's just gonna stay at the back for this entire race. So much for Michael Waltrip being the worst driver in NASCAR, I guess. Then again, though, the Michael Waltrip army still wants to find out which one of them is the best. As Michael Waltrip is about to take the lead from Michael Waltrip. It's a bit weird how they get on the brakes for like a split second going into turn 2. This is... yeah, I don't know why they're doing it. This is Daytona. Therefore, it's full throttle around the whole track. I don't know why these guys are getting the brakes for like a split second. It's a bit weird. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip still with the commanding lead, but Michael Waltrip might try to take him here coming off of turn 4, and he will. Yes, Michael Waltrip with the commanding lead. Not much to really say, to be honest, though. I mean, Bowyer, it's... yeah, he's been last place this entire race. I don't know what's the issue with Clint Bowyer. I thought he'd be able to pass up these guys, but... he's struggling, man. I don't know what's wrong with Bowyer, but... he just can't seem to keep up with these guys. I guess Michael Waltrip really is the greatest driver in NASCAR history, some might say. So Michael Waltrip now still with the commanding lead. Well, it doesn't look like Clint Boyer might win this race unless he's playing a strategy, and might pass up these guys later on. Actually, do you remember to do that? I don't think so. I think that Boyer would try to get up to these guys as quickly as possible, but it doesn't look like he's too interested in doing that. Clint Boyer, Michael Waltrip, though, still with the commanding lead. Oh, well, he's gonna lose that lead this time by, as Michael Waltrip's gonna take him on the inside for the lead. You know, it's interesting how we're about almost 10 laps in as Michael Waltrip takes the lead. Yeah, all the Michael Waltrips are still in one pack, and Clint Boyer, he's just on the tail end of this pack. He just can't seem to get a run on these guys. Oh, Michael Waltrip tries to defend his lead, but can't get to the bomb soon enough. That's gonna allow Michael Waltrip to take the lead. I think, yeah. Also, isn't it just a little bit weird how all of these Michael Waltrips started in numerical order? You know, because usually with the starting grids, they're usually randomized based on, you know, the performance of the driver. But since all these Michael Waltrips are exactly the same, apart from the number, I guess NR 2000 decides that they must start in numerical order. Just a little bit weird. It's a little bit weird. Ooh, Michael Waltrip, though, gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip. Ooh, this Michael Waltrip just started near the end of the field, and now he's all the way up front. Wow! Look at that. This Michael Waltrip, he started in 39th, and he's in the lead. That is, I mean, it's not the most crazy thing in the world. I mean, if you have a powerful enough car, you can get up through the field pretty quickly at these play tracks. So it's not the most impressive thing in the world to see Michael Waltrip up here in the lead, despite being 39 at the start of this race, but still. Meanwhile, Boyer's been in last place for this entire race. Can't make a pass to save his life. I guess Michael Waltrip is just that good. Yeah, it's so good that Cliff Boyer can't even pass up one out of 41 Michael Waltrips. Wow. I guess if you can't pass one, if you can't even pass one out of 41 Michael Waltrips, then you know you're bad. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip now still with the commanding lead, doing 202 miles per hour on the front straightaway, but then they do 203 and 204, and they're going to get on the brakes for a second here. Yeah, split second, so under 200. I question why they do that slow down stuff. I mean, that never happened in the season opener of the NASCAR, of the 2018-19 NASCAR Skittles Cup Series season. Whatever. Ooh, 3 wide for second. The Michael Waltrips are playing it dangerous now. Yeah, so Michael Waltrip, still with the lead, but oh, Michael Waltrip gonna get shoved off the racetrack though by Michael Waltrip. This Michael Waltrip started pretty, or considerably up in the field though. Started up 9, so he's back up here though. So that's impressive-ish. This Michael Waltrip though, still with the commanding lead. So 14 laps completed so far, no caution. I wonder if we might get a caution late in the race if one of the Michael Waltrips doesn't behave properly, but only time will tell. And jump cut, because I was going to get interrupted at least once in this race. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip now with the lead. The lead off of 10, number 2. Yes. So, oh, Michael Waltrip's on the outside lane. They might try to battle back. I don't know. Does the outside lane work that well? No, it doesn't. They're losing speed. Look at the Michael Waltrips on the high line. They're trying to keep up with the Michael Waltrips on the low line, but they can't. Ooh, Michael Waltrip though, he's gonna try to defend both lanes by going in the middle, but he's gonna go on the inside, going to the tri-oval, which is something that has been seen a number of times here at Daytona, and I think this happens at Talladega as well. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip, yeah, now with the commanding lead. Yeah, we might want to press F to pay respects for Clint Boyer, because he's literally back here, still running in 42nd. Wow. I thought Clint Boyer was gonna at least be able to finish like someone of impact, but he can't even make one pass. I guess he's just gonna stay out, sort of stay in last place with the slow race. Oh dear, Michael Waltrip though gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip. Oh, if you look back there, look at the way that these guys, you know, drive and race and stuff. I will say this is a race like I've never seen before. I guess that's what you get when you have equality. Yeah. Why have parity when you can have equality? Equality. Yeah, words. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip still with the lead. But, ooh, Michael Waltrip, though, right behind him. Gonna go underneath him for the lead. There he goes. Yeah, so I did say earlier in this broadcast that we're gonna see a lot of the conveyor belt stuff. And I was correct in that, at least. I guess we can say I was correct on the fact that these guys are gonna do a lot of the conveyor belt thing. But I was a bit wrong on thinking that Clint Boyer could be able to make it up to the field and maybe even win, because Clint Boyer, man, oh man. So Michael Waltrip's still your leader. Okay, having made jump cut number 2, I do apologize for all these jump cuts, but unfortunately, this is the only period of the day that I actually decided to record this. I mean, I could have recorded this race earlier today, but I was lazy. But here we are now, at least. Oh, Michael Waltrip, though, going for the lead on Michael Waltrip. Oh, there's another Michael Waltrip that was near the end of the field. Now running up here in first. Impressive stuff. Oh, wow, Clint Boyer, he actually tried to make a pass on Michael Waltrip, but was unable to do so. Oh, Michael Waltrip, though, going to lose the lead to Michael Waltrip, though. Oopsie. Okay, apologies for making that lead change, but I mean, it's the lead change, though, like we've seen it for the entirety of this race so far. Ooh, Michael Waltrip, though, has a bit of an interesting lead on Michael Waltrip. Although this is Daytona, therefore, Michael Waltrip is going to catch dirty air, and the Michael Waltrips behind him are going to catch up to him. Yep. When Michael Waltrips behind him, they're not going too much faster, but they are trying to. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip now going to take the lead from Michael Waltrip. That was a speed. That was speed. So this Michael Waltrip started up pretty high up in the field. So, but, I mean, well, no, I think he fell back. And now he's back up here. Interesting. Single file now for the inside lane. But it might change up here if if one of these Michael Waltrips decides to go down. Ooh! Oh, this is a very racing overtake. Michael Waltrip now going with a very racing overtake. But he's all by himself with nobody to... But, well, okay, until then. Until going into number 1, he then gets the pack to push him from behind. And as a result, it's forced two other Michael Waltrips to the outside lane. Therefore, they're going to fall all the way back. Well, fall back a considerable amount. We're going to try to go 3 wide. 3 wide for a second. Wow. That is not something that you see every day. 3 wide for a second. Wow, that is impressive. Ooh, Michael Waltrip. Try to go into Michael Waltrip for the lead, but not quite going to happen. So these two Michael Waltrips have pulled away a slight amount from the rest of the field. One of these two guys might... Oh, never mind. I was about to say, these two guys might use standard drafting to get out far out in front, but, yeah, Michael Waltrip has just immediately decided to neglect Michael Waltrip, and as a result, the field's caught up. You know, those two Michael Waltrips could have actually used tandem drafting if they actually stayed together, but I guess these Michael Waltrips aren't that smart. Maybe they don't really care about each other that much. Maybe they just want to just prove who's the best. Yeah, which one of these Michael Waltrips are the best? That is the question. Ooh, Michael Waltrip going to Waltrip for the lead. Oh yeah, you think we saw a deja vu of what we saw a bit earlier, where two Michael Waltrips got to an interesting lead, and then they just decided, nah, screw this, let's not draft off of each other. Let's just do whatever the heck we want. So Michael Waltrip, your new... Is he new leader in the race? Yes, he is your new... Well, I mean, he's sort of new leader in the race. For now. See, now this here Michael Waltrip getting out to a considerable lead on the rest of the Michael Waltrips. But, dirty air. Dirty air slows you down a ton. Well, maybe unless you're Michael Waltrip, but in which case it will only slow you down just a little bit, as you can see right here. As the pack is getting up to Michael Waltrip. No, the pack is getting up to Michael Waltrip in the lead. However, yeah, they're all, you know. So Michael Waltrip, gonna go into Michael Waltrip for the lead. I was about to change camera angles to Michael Waltrip in the lead, but he has lost the lead to Michael Waltrip. This is another Michael Waltrip that started fairly back in the field, and is now up here. And he's gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip, who was considerably high up in the lead. So my watch decides to beep. So Michael Waltrip in the lead. See how long this Michael Waltrip, or let's see how long Michael Waltrip can't keep the lead. Yeah, this Michael Waltrip. If I say this Michael Waltrip, excuse me, because I mean, you guys are all Michael Waltrip. Of course, some might try to differentiate the Michael Waltrips from each other, but you know, well, Michael Waltrip though has done has held the lead for a considerable amount of time. How much longer until he loses the lead? Might be by here, though. No! He will keep the lead. However, Michael Waltrip in second, however, is going to get shoved up the track by Michael Waltrip, who was going to take second. The field is starting to spread out. Let's see. How's Clip Boyer doing? Oh, would you look at that? Clip Boyer finally making passes. Look at that. I guess Clip Boyer was trying a strategy out, and look at that. He's making his way up to the field now. Interesting. Yeah, I guess Clip Boyer, maybe he was just being a bit cautious and staying back near the end of the field just to be safe. But it looks like now he is now trying to make his way up through the field. We'll take back on Clip Boyer later on. As Michael Waltrip still has the lead. Michael Waltrip here, though, has kept the lead for a considerable amount of time. This is something we're talking about because, like I said earlier, all these Michael Waltrips are the same. So to keep the lead for such a long time up against other drivers that are exactly the same as you at a track where it's very easy to pass, it's quite the achievement. And Michael Waltrip here try to keep the lead for as long as possible. Meanwhile, to take on Boyer. I was like, Boyer's trying, but he's also failing. What the heck? Oh, okay, that was base. Yeah, never mind. I thought the field was catching up to itself, but no. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip still with the lead after all this time. I mean, you would expect this from somebody who is better than the rest, but Michael Waltrip, though, still with the lead after all this time. It is keeping second behind him, and it's like it looks like Michael Waltrip and Michael Waltrip are actually now trying to use standard drafting, and maybe one won't go rogue on the other. Oh, Michael Waltrip, though. Ooh, we tried to cut off Michael Waltrip going to the inside and failed. Single file line through turns 1 and 2. Oh, this might be the bit where Michael Waltrip loses the lead. New leader, Michael Waltrip. Oh, maybe not. Oh, side by side, but okay. Well, I was gonna say he's gonna get caught up in dirty air, but does have Michael Waltrip behind him, although he's not like right to his rear bumper. Well, that was a close race to the line. Actually, that was a finish. Wow. Yeah, Michael Waltrip trying to battle back on the outside lane, but not strong enough. Michael Waltrip is going to take the lead. See what Boyer's doing. Oh, he's back here again. Wow, so he tried to make his way up to the field, but I guess he's just not powerful enough. I guess Michael Waltrip is at least better than Clip Boyer. I wonder if the rest of the drivers in the NASCAR Skittles Cup Series would like to have a taste of Michael Waltrip. Maybe it's gonna happen someday. Don't get your hopes up though. Of course, this is just a one-off race, and the regular NASCAR Skittles Cup Series will be back this Friday. You know, with some interesting changes, which I'll go over in a video that I'll be uploading on Thursday. So Michael Waltrip, he's just like Michael Waltrip has, and he's keeping the lead for a considerable amount of time as well. Although Michael Waltrip, they're gonna shove Michael Waltrip up the track. A little bit devious. This Michael Waltrip though. Well, Michael Waltrip here started pretty far back in the field and off the second. Although maybe it's actually considerably easy to well, like I said earlier, it's pretty easy to pass here at Daytona. Especially if you're in a field of cars where they are all exactly the same. Oh. Same car and same skill level too. That's nothing you have to consider. Ooh, Michael Waltrip though. Gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip this time by. So this has been a race of the Michael Waltrips, but we still have absolutely no idea which Michael Waltrip out of the Michael Waltrip army is going to win this race. And that's what we're here to find out, but we're not even going to know until the race is over. See, Cliff Boyer, I guess he tried his best to make it up to the field and then just fell back, so... Oh well. Ooh, Michael Waltrip. Going on the inside of Michael Waltrip. For the lead. Ah, Michael Waltrip, he was the one that led several laps earlier. I might try to do the same thing again. He's got quite a lot of Michael Waltrip behind him, though. So he's going to have to be cautious. Well, I mean, he started to do it. Let's see how long he can do it for, though. Ah, yeah, so Michael Waltrip, once again, like it was earlier, trying to hold the lead for a good amount of time. He's got Michael Waltrip, though, coming to the inside, but he's got Michael Waltrip, nobody behind him to give him a push, so he's going to get caught up by dirty air. Oh, he's going to try to tuck him behind Michael Waltrip, though. Oh, this is a bit where Michael Waltrip loses the lead, though. As Michael Waltrip is going to take the lead now. Yeah, no, if I go silent, you know, this is just not really much to say about this race. I mean, well, I say not much to say. You know. Although Michael Waltrip, he's had a long, interesting career in NASCAR as a driver. Nowadays, he's a you know, broadcaster thingy. Oh, so what's happening back here? Ah, boy, once again. Yep, losing out on these guys. Oh dear. Ooh, Michael Waltrip, though, gonna try to take on Michael Waltrip for second. Having a side-by-side battle for fourth. Oh, well, now it's quickly gone. Oh, Michael Waltrip, though, gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip. He's gonna go inside Michael Waltrip. Right here. Oh, Michael Waltrip, though. We're gonna lose lead on Michael Waltrip. So Michael Waltrip now with the lead. It's a bit scary that game lags every single time that you see some of these cars in shot. I should have considered turning down the graphics settings just in case, but You know me, I am the most forgetful person in the world. Maybe you don't know me. Maybe this is the first video that you're seeing by me, which isn't super crazy. But if you don't know me, then I might as well tell you now that I have a terrible memory. Like the absolute worst memory in the world. Oh, Michael Waltrip though gonna take on Michael Waltrip for the lead here. Wow. Got an interesting speed run. Wow, at least Michael Waltrip up here, Michael Waltrip up here. Yeah, Michael Waltrip, they were riding really close to the wall. It's a little bit scary. So Michael Waltrip's trying to do what Michael Waltrip did earlier and have a good lead for a good amount of time, even though it doesn't really count. Because the lap that you want to lead the most is the final lap, the lap coming to the checkered flag. I mean, we're not far off from that, but we're not quite there yet. That's Michael Waltrip gonna take the lead. Let's see, check out Boyer again. Still back here. Boyer, man. He might try to bring up his power level. Maybe bring it up to over 9,000. Oh yeah, there's that thing again where they get on the brakes into turn 1. I mean, I'm probably doing that this whole time, but for some reason I just noticed it. They did it again. Ooh, Michael Waltrip trying to take the lead on Michael Waltrip going into turn number 3, but ooh, may be able to take second, but not the lead just yet. He might try it this time by though, going into the trial vault. Is he? Nope, doesn't look like it. He's gonna be a bit patient here, which isn't the craziest thing in the world, but you know. So Michael Waltrip though. Michael Waltrip once again. Wait, no, is this Michael Waltrip from before? That led so many laps, or is this another Michael Waltrip? It's a good question. Michael Waltrip though still with the lead. I question which Michael Waltrip has led the most laps in this race. I might consider showing that stat in the after this video. In fact, it probably will, just for the giggles. Just for anyone that might want to see it. So Michael Waltrip. Yep, still your leader. He's had the lead for quite a while now. Well, I say quite a while, a couple laps. He's gonna still have the lead this time by. How long can he keep his lead for? Only time will tell. As for right now, he's keeping the lead. Ooh, but Michael Waltrip, though, behind him. I don't know what was that long pause there for, but whatever. Yeah, he's kept the lead for an interesting amount of time. He's led like the past 2 laps or something. I don't know, to be honest. Ooh, Michael Waltrip taking the lead. Ooh, he's the one that started quite a way far back in the field, now appearing first. He's probably spent the whole race making his way up through the field. Of course, can't say the same about Boyer, who's starting to lose the pack now. Oh dear. Oh, Michael Waltrip though, gonna take the lead on Michael Waltrip though, so Michael Waltrip is gonna be short-lived. Oops. So no caution in this entire race so far, I don't think. Oh, I don't think. Well, no caution so far. Let's say. Who knows? There might be a caution later, like super late in this race. But well, we are at that late point. I mean, we're almost at 10 laps to go. We'll see how much dicier these guys get when we have 10 laps to go. Maybe then 5 laps to go, and then more. It's been a pretty interesting race. I mean, to be honest, though, this hasn't been the most exciting race for me, personally. Maybe it's exciting for you, the viewers back at home, but yeah, let's just say that I might have somebody else do this job. You know, for this thing in the future, for the special race, like like I'm okay with being doing the broadcasting for the NASCAR Skills Cup series, the regular series, but for the special race though, look at somebody else because it's. I mean, watching the Michael Waltrip Army race battle with each other. Yeah, it's not the most exciting thing in the world, I'm afraid. See, what's exciting to me is seeing multiple drivers. Oh, that are actually different drivers, battle each other. I mean, these are, well, I mean, it's basically all the same driver, I suppose. No offense, but, well, this is the Michael Waltrip Army, though, so, I mean, they're all on the same skill level. The same car. So, what's the difference? Excuse me. So we have 10 laps to go, so are they going to start being dicey here, or are they going to behave and, we're going to go this entire race without one caution? Because in the Daytona 500 for the NASCAR Cup Series, we had, spoiler alert, 2 cautions. As Michael Waltrip takes the lead. Whereas this race, we've had no cautions. So everyone's on their best behavior today. So, yay. Well, then again, this is the Michael Waltrip Army, though. A completely different force compared to the regular NASCAR Skills Cup Series. Oh, Michael Waltrip going to take the lead once again. The Michael Waltrip started quite a bit far away back in the field, and now up here running first. Obviously, would it be to see Michael Waltrip, or one of the Michael Waltrips, I guess, of the Michael Waltrip Army, who started near the end of the field and are now up here racing for the lead, or in the lead, and they win. Oh, I mean, if Michael Waltrip can keep the lead for the next 7 laps, which is very unlikely to happen based on what we've seen in this race so far, he could win this race over 40th. Oh, spoke too soon though. And Michael Waltrip, he started quite a bit of a way back in the field as well. See, how many of these guys started back here? A decent amount. In fact, all Michael Waltrips up here in the top 5 were started near the back end of the field, apart from one of the Michael Waltrips who started in 17th. You see, the only number is because of the number. I have my cursor turned off, so you can't see where I'm pointing. Now I can turn off my cursor for these recordings now because so my cursor doesn't get annoying. Well, I never received any complaints about my cursor being in the way whenever I did one of these broadcasts, but I turned it off because I thought it wouldn't let me improve the broadcast, and it sort of has. But I also haven't received any complaints of turning the cursor back on. Anyway, so Michael Waltrip, though, once again getting out to a interestingly big lead, but is gonna get caught up by Michael Waltrip and others. Oh, Clint Boyer, he's I don't know what Clint Boyer. Oh, Michael Waltrip though gonna lose the lead on Michael Waltrip. 5 laps to go. This is where the action amps up a bit. It's gonna be the battle of the Michael Waltrip army to see who will win the Michael Waltrip 500 at Daytona. That is the question, of course. Still with the lead off of turn number 4. With 4 laps to go. Oh, I just heard some scraping of the wall. Oh, we've had our first caution in the race! The big one has struck at Daytona! We went almost this whole race with caution free, but what do you know? Well, we still race back to the line though, so we're gonna have to keep the camera on Michael Waltrip, because this is a race back to the line, because this is the 2003 rules, of course. Oh, Michael Waltrip though gonna lose the lead to Michael Waltrip. Oh, but they're gonna go 3. Whoa, almost 3 wide for the lead. Yeah, Michael Waltrip tried to make it 3 wide for the lead, but was unsuccessful. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep the camera on these guys. Don't you worry. Then we'll take a look at the wreck that happened. And there you go. Now they're gonna start slowing down, and for the pace car. Well, that looked like a pretty big accident. So we're definitely gonna look back and see what the heck happened, because we went almost this whole race caution free, but I did say the acting was going to ramp up, and I did suspect the caution was going to come out near the end of the race, and what do you know? It did. So this race might end under caution, considering how late this caution has come out. Anyway, oh dear. Michael Waltrip though with a blown engine, and oh dear, it's not a good day for Michael Waltrip. So anyway, with that being said, enough of that. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened. So Michael Waltrip here was leading. Oh, it's like the caution already came out, so I guess we'll go to lap later, like right about here. So the lights came out right about. Yeah, so they were doing you can see in the background. I hope the game doesn't crash. Oh yeah, this was a pretty accident, or pretty interesting accident. So it looks like off of the trail, looks like Michael Waltrip. Let's see, let's slow it down a bit. Actually, let's see, can we get a better view from spectator? Yeah. So actually, we'll do it from this camera first. So if we slow it down, it looks like Michael Waltrip. Looks like he went to the bottom here, and then he was gonna go back up to the top, right? Or no, was he gonna come up with Michael Waltrip? I know Michael Waltrip here. Yeah, so he tried to go up the racetrack, but got caught up with Michael Waltrip, and he scraped the rear bumper of Michael Waltrip as well, but that wasn't enough to spin him out. But Michael Waltrip here, these two Michael Waltrips will hit the wall, and Michael Waltrip will go spinning around. Are they gonna collect anybody else? Oh, it's like, yeah, Michael Waltrip and Michael Waltrip got collected, and so did Michael Waltrip. And holy moly, that's a big accident. Wow, okay, so they're still wrecking them. Man, oh man, quite a few Michael Waltrips involved in this accident. It's a pretty big one. Let's see, if we take a look here, Michael Waltrip smacks into the inside wall. Let's see. Let's get a better view of that from here. Yeah, so Michael Waltrip looks like he was just doing his thing. He tried to avoid the wreck, but because of some circumstances that occurred, he just wasn't. Well, actually, no. He spun around, and then he went to the wall, and and the rest of the Michael Waltrips go absolutely insane. Look at that, parts flying all over the place. Wow, that is a pretty big accident. Oh man, they're still wrecking. Looks like Waltrip spun around, collecting some damage. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh, and Clint Boyer was involved too. How did he get involved actually? Looks like he tried to avoid Michael Waltrip, but couldn't. He's going to smack him and hit the outside wall. I don't know if he's going to be out of this race or not, but there are definitely going to be a few Michael Waltrips out of this race. Well, that being said, let's now... well, I say get ready for the restart. I don't even know if that's going to be a restart. I mean, are we going to be able to clean up this mess in time, or are we going to end this race under caution? Key point of interest. Look at that. Quite a bit of damage to some of these guys. I mean, some made it through unscathed, whereas others not so lucky. Must be a time a bit just to watch, make sure they all get it lined up. Yeah, so everyone just catching up with them, with each other. Oh dear, yeah, it looks like quite a bit of confusion to hear, but yeah, I believe they're all just, trying to catch up to each other and stuff. Yeah. Well, that was a pretty big size accident, though. Wow. Looks like everyone is getting sorted out. Although some have had to go onto pit road. So it might be the end. Well, it is the end of their day. Looks like they're gonna... Yeah, no one's gonna pit this time by. Oh, never mind. I think... One guy pitting? Am I crazy or somebody... Oh, yeah, these two guys came down on pit road. Yeah, so they're gonna come up the road and give up. Once they give up, they're gonna. Well, one's gonna disappear, and the other is going to, I guess, service their car the best they can. So now he's gonna try to drive out. But it looks like this race might just end under caution. In fact, it will, because the lights aren't going on the pace car, which means, looks like Michael Waltrip looks like he's gonna come out, but it doesn't matter anymore because the race is officially concluded, and Michael Waltrip. Actually, was that the last lap? Yeah, he's gonna come up the road. Actually, was it the checkered flag? Yeah, don't really know. Yeah, I forgot to check. Was it checkered flag? Oh, amazing camera angle. I can't really tell. Alright, never mind. Forget about it. Skip a lap. Well, that's it. Michael Waltrip wins the Michael Waltrip 500 at Daytona. A very interesting end to this race. We went the whole thing caution free right up until we had 3 laps to go. Well, there you go. See them going to pit road now. Actually, is Clint Boyer in this lineup? He is not. I guess he went down on pit road to do something. I guess try to fix his car and he failed. So, yeah, looks like the pace car might just lead these guys down pit road as the race is over. Like, well, the pace car is this basically gonna go down? Yes, he will. Okay. Well, there you go. So this race is going to end under caution, something that we didn't expect, but oh well, these things do happen now and again. So as the Michael Waltrip army that didn't get involved in that big accident, it's coming down pit road, and yeah. Oh, Michael Waltrip here going quite slow. I guess he's trying to get to his pit box, but having a little bit of a problem while doing so. Oh, wrong button. Looks like these guys are all stopped up pit road. Oh dear. What the heck? Come on, boys. Oh, they disappeared. Okay. Thought it was gonna be stuck there for an eternity, but nope, they did actually clear themselves and fix themselves. Well, with that being said, that's the Michael Waltrip 500, so let's give you your finishing grid. So winning the race is going to be Michael Waltrip, of course. The second place is Michael Waltrip, third place is Michael Waltrip, fourth place Michael Waltrip, fifth place Michael Waltrip, sixth place Michael Waltrip, seventh place Michael Waltrip, eighth place Michael Waltrip, ninth place Michael Waltrip, 10th place Michael Waltrip, 11th Michael Waltrip, 12th Michael Waltrip, 13th Michael Waltrip, 14th Michael Waltrip, 15th Michael Waltrip, 16th Michael Waltrip, 17th Michael Waltrip, 18th Michael Waltrip, 19th Michael Waltrip, 20th Michael Waltrip, 21st Michael Waltrip, 22nd Michael Waltrip, 23rd Michael Waltrip, 24th Michael Waltrip, 25th Michael Waltrip, 26th Michael Waltrip, 27th Michael Waltrip, 28th Michael Waltrip, 29th Michael Waltrip, 30th Michael Waltrip, 30th Michael Waltrip, 31st Michael Waltrip, 32nd Michael Waltrip, 33rd Michael Waltrip, 34th Michael Waltrip, 35th Michael Waltrip, 36th Michael Waltrip, 37th Michael Waltrip, 38th Michael Waltrip, 39th Michael Waltrip, 40th Michael Waltrip, 41st Michael Waltrip, and 42nd is Clint Boyer. Wow, so Clint Boyer finishes where he started. What a shame. Well, there you go. That's the end of this race. So yeah, that was a fairly interesting race, but also a bit of a sausage race, especially near the end there. Races ended under the caution, but that's NASCAR for you. So yeah, and of course this is a one-off race, which means we'll be back with the regular NASCAR Skittles Cup Series. That's Friday. But with that being said, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next video.
Michael Waltrip is the worst driver in NASCAR, period.